a run for the border, and now he's arrested in Mexico for the murder of a Baja police commander.
Trash and encampments all over this creek bed for years. We're working for you to find out who's responsible for this.
Today, more dolphins washed ashore in Mission Beach with suspected domoic acid poisoning. What Scripps researchers are saying about it coming up.
Make a difference in our community and make money at the same time. I'll explain.
From homeless to helping, Dennis Larkin is painting the life he always wanted.
CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts now.
We begin tonight with an arrest south of the border of an escaped American killer who's been on the run since December. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Chiquetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. Cesar Hernandez is accused of getting into a shootout last week with police in Tijuana, killing a commanding officer. As CBS 8's David Gottfredson reports, officers found him overnight in Tijuana, hiding in a wooden shack, and arrested him.
Video released by the Baja State Attorney General's office shows fugitive Cesar Hernandez being walked out for transport to a Tijuana prison Thursday night. After the 35-year-old American was found hiding in a wooden shack on the east side of Tijuana. He's accused of getting into a shootout with Baja State Police last week, killing a commanding officer, 33-year-old Abigail Esperanza Reyes, shooting her in the neck.
They found one gun, and they think this might be the gun that he used to kill the officer in the previous attempt to arrest him.
Vicente Calderon is a reporter with TijuanaPress.com. He says after the shootout, Hernandez was seen on surveillance video running away in his underwear. He then jumped into a parked vehicle and re-emerged wearing a street worker's uniform. At a news conference today, the Baja Attorney General said they tracked Hernandez down using street surveillance cameras and other technology.
They interviewed several people, and they were tracking down one of the vehicles that the suspect apparently carjacked somebody.
Hernandez surrendered without incident. He will be prosecuted in Mexico for murder, where he faces 60 years in prison if convicted.
He will be sentenced here, and he will have to face the justice in Mexico.
Hernandez was convicted of murder in Los Angeles in 2019 and sentenced to 80 years to life. In December, he escaped from a Kern County courthouse and eventually crossed the border. That Tijuana press reporter tells me American criminals always seem to think they can make a run for the border and get away. Well, in this case, Hernandez was serving a life sentence in a California prison, and now it looks like he's going to be spending an awful lot of time in a Mexican prison. Which is worse? In San Ysidro, David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
Thanks, David. We have an update tonight on this eyesore in Chula Vista. It's a vacant piece of land next to a shopping center that's become a dumping ground. It's overrun with trash and encampments. It's been like this for years, according to neighbors, but nothing's been done to address it.
CBS 8's Brian White went back out to the problem area today, working for you to get answers.
Yeah, standing here on the embankment overlooking this creek bed, you can really see all the trash and debris that's all over the place here. Now, people who live in the area and drive by here every day have been frustrated for years over this, and they just want to see it cleaned up.
I mean, this is totally unacceptable. I mean, if somebody was camped out in front of your home, how would you feel? I literally live 2 blocks from here, and I get to see this every single day.
Carlos Rodriguez lives 2 blocks away. He says these encampments have been here for 5 or 6 years, and the whole area has become a dumping ground for garbage and furniture.
I see mattresses, I see chairs, wood. So literally, you have a piano sitting here. I don't know how a piano ended up in this rubbish.
This is cell phone video from last week showing the creek bed on fire, with the Chula Vista Fire Department responding to put it out.
It's extremely dangerous, especially if you have the wind's changing. You have a residential area, you have businesses here.
So who's responsible for cleaning this up? It's near the 54 freeway, but last week I found out that it's not Caltrans property. The city of Chula Vista told me it's not theirs either, that it's privately owned. So today I stopped by the county recorder's office and located the property on a parcel map. They gave me the name and an address in South Park for the owner. I stopped by and knocked on the door, but no one answered. Last week, the city told me they were going to reach out to him about cleaning and securing his property. Now they tell me code enforcement met with the owner this week and they're coordinating a plan for compliance.
It's extremely frustrating as a longtime citizen of Chula Vista and an advocate for the community that none of this is being looked at, or apathy is basically set in the community and nobody's doing anything about it.
A city spokesperson told me they have a broad range of remedies to gain compliance in a situation like this, including fines and penalties. We're going to stay on top of this story. Working for you, Brian White, CBS 8.
And remember, if there is something that you'd like us to look into, you can email us at workingforyou@cbs8.com.
Tonight, we're learning that San Diego's unemployment rate dropped to 4.2% last month, and that's down from a revised nearly 4.5% in February. The county's lower rate is lower than the state's rate of 5.3%, but it is on par with the national rate. Government jobs saw the biggest gains between February and March here in the county. All of those gains were at the state government level. No change was reported for federal employment.
If you're considering a career in public service, the California Service Corps says it's hiring. The organization is recruiting 10,000 people all across the state for paid positions tackling community issues, things like climate change, education, food insecurity, and disaster response.
CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal reports from Balboa Park with more on who they're looking to hire.
They're looking for everyone from first responders to teachers. Now, this program is open to all ages, but it's proven to work out really well with young people. They're able to get paid while learning on-the-job training for a career in public service. Now, we heard from several people today, including one young man who went through this program and is now a San Diego firefighter.
I knew I had found the right career and the right community I was looking for. I'm also proud to be the first firefighter in my family, which is a huge source of pride for my loved ones and for myself. It means everything to be able to help out and give back to the very community that raised me.
And Joshua Garcia says he learned during the pandemic he wanted to be a firefighter. He says through the city's Employ and Empower internship program, which falls under the umbrella of California Service Corps, he was able to be paid while he was getting training, going to school, and volunteering. He says that made it so much easier for him to focus on his career path, which led him to getting a full-time job with San Diego Fire Rescue. So he is one of the success stories. He was among the group at Balboa Park today, clearing brush and palm fronds from Palm Canyon, really showing that this organization is all about making a difference in this community. According to Mayor Todd Gloria, since 2022, 1,400 young people have gone through the same program as Garcia, and 14% have gained full-time public service jobs, such as lifeguards, deputy city attorneys, library assistants. Josh Friday, Chief Service Officer of the state of California, talked about the kind of people they're looking to hire.
We're looking for veterans and their spouses who are seeking their next mission in life. We're looking for students who need help paying for school. We're looking for young people who are eager to launch their career in important areas of education and environment and services for our city.
And one reason there's this big push to hire for California Service Corps also has to do with what's happening in Washington, D.C. Governor Gavin Newsom has said he plans to sue the Trump administration over its dismantling of AmeriCorps, which is another service organization that sends young people to work on projects across the U.S. So again, they're looking to hire 10,000 people across the state, and that includes hundreds of people right here in San Diego. According to Friday, full-time workers can earn stipends up to $33,000. There's also $10,000 in scholarship money available. For more information, just go to CBS8.com and click on the help button. Kelly Hessedal, CBS 8.
Thank you, Kelly. Tonight, we're learning the city of San Diego has joined a national coalition of cities challenging President Trump's executive order targeting birthright citizenship. City Attorney Heather Ferbert filed an amicus brief last week in support of several state attorneys general, including California's, arguing that the order violates the 14th Amendment. Officials warned the order would not only strip citizenship from children born on U.S. soil, but also create agency confusion, limit access to federal services, and burden local governments.
More dead dolphins found on a San Diego beach.
What experts are saying about the cause and what's being done to address it, that's still ahead. Plus, how a church destroyed in the Palisades fire has turned into a symbol of hope and revival.
And later we'll take you inside San Diego County's first cannabis consumption lounge.
It was cool and cloudy all over San Diego today, but warm, sunny weather is on the way. Weekend forecast next.